Smartphones, smartphones and more smartphones. What's up guys, TechShan here back with another video. These days, budget phones have become more like old wine in a new bottle. When you expect surprisingly, Oppo's new sub-brand, Realme, aims to change that and give a tough fight to its competitors, especially Xiaomi. Here is the Realme One, with some interesting features as well as compromises. In real, is it really worth the hype it has been creating with its super aggressive pricing? Let's run over a few key things to find that out, so watch this video till the end. Let's get started. In the box you get the SIM eject tool, manual, soft TPU case, the phone, 5V 2A charger adapter, micro USB cable, that's about it. Before we move on, here is a quick look at the technical specifications. Alright, first up, design and build. It is one stylish phone, especially the black with its diamond back, but it's visible only under the light. You also get red and silver, however not with this diamond pattern. It is not a metal phone sadly, but has plastic body with a glass-like back. I won't say it's premium looking, as if you closely look, the plastic build becomes evident in some areas. Back sure is a fingerprint and dust magnet. Overall, it's slim and light in weight. Moving on to display. What you get is a 6-inch 18:9 Full HD Plus display, good color reproduction and viewing angles. Surprisingly has no protection, maybe that is why you get to see a pre-applied screen guard. I would suggest replace it with a tempered glass. Next up, performance and gaming. Inside the Helio P60 octa-core chip clocked at 2 GHz is what drives it all. I would suggest to consider the 4 or 6GB RAM variant. What I have here is the 6GB model. Here is the AnTuTu score, which speaks what you can expect. A very good score. Storage you get is a whopping 128GB with the 6GB model and 64 and 32 with the 4 and 3GB models. On the software you get Color OS on top of Android Oreo. It's a heavily modified UI and is RAM hungry, so I would only suggest the 3GB RAM model for very light users. Some features that you might want to know is it has app lock, split screen, wireless display, screen recording, dual apps, game acceleration, etc. Overall the device is pretty smooth with the 6GB variant. Tested with graphic intensive games and it was a cakewalk. Will put a smile on the mobile gamer's face for sure. No major heating. It's a snappy device I would say. Now comes the battery. It packs a 3410 mAh battery. Using its AI capability, in my test, browsing, calls, video streaming, casual gaming gives easily little over a day. For heavy users, you can get a day-long battery. No fast charging though. Charging 0 to 100% takes approximately 2 hours. Moving on to camera. 13 megapixel rear camera with LED flash and an 8 megapixel front camera is what you get. Both are good in well-lit conditions. Low light, it's okay. Using AI capabilities, even with a single camera, you can take portrait shots. However, the edge detection is not that great in both. Well, I'm not happy. It's kind of too artificial and at times overexposed. Also works mostly on humans and not on objects. The app has basic pro mode and also a few auto modes like AI beauty, panorama, time lapse, auto HDR, stickers, etc. Video recording goes only up to 1080p. Here are some samples that I shot to give you an idea. Overall looks a bit contrasty. The colors, doesn't look true to life. So guys, currently recording this using the front-facing camera of the Realme One and the audio is also through that. So you get a pretty good idea. And finally, some generic stuff. No compromise on internal sensors, you get everything. Radio lovers, yep, you got that too. On the audio via external speaker, it's kinda low. Flip side, 3.5mm slot has good audio output. Coming to the network connectivity, you get a triple slot which can take 2 nano SIMs and an SD card. Dual OLT is supported, so if you for some reason decide to pick the 3GB, 32GB model, expansion still won't be an issue. Given the lack of a fingerprint sensor, this has Face Unlock marketed as a replacement. Well, I don't see it that way. Though Face Unlock works fine and is super fast even in low light, at times it's a hit or miss. So make sure to remember your 6-digit PIN, yes 6-digit not 4, to unlock the device in worst case. Overall, it's a balanced device and is priced aggressively. However, it sure misses out on things that might cut the line for many. No fingerprint sensor. Well, that's a big bummer. Seriously, Face Unlock is not fully secure and I see it only as an add-on, unless you have an Apple-like setup on a budget. Removing fingerprint sensor is a bad idea. Come on! Next, no LED notification light. Seriously, it's just a small light. Next, lack of screen protection. Next, I would expect at least a dual camera setup here. Also, P60 is capable of 4K recording. However, still it's capped at 1080p. Why? Next up, OS updates is a concern. We have to wait and see if this gets periodic updates. I'm also not a fan of this color OS. For me, at times I feel it's a bit confusing. And finally, external single speaker is kinda low in my opinion. You will know that when you use it outdoors. Now the actual question, is it worth buying? Realme ONE is an interesting attempt in the budget segment. It is the typical introductory phone loaded with features to attract users. The diamond pattern, storage and the chipset were the primary highlights of the smartphone. Beyond that, it has its own set of cons. Just don't go by the powerful chipset alone. The aggressive pricing is what overshadows its cons. So if you don't bother much on the cons I mentioned, this is a good device. Though it has a well-priced 3GB model, I would suggest if you plan to pick this up, at least the 4GB variant is what you should look at. However, for me personally, lack of a fingerprint sensor, notification LED and the dual camera setup is a deal breaker. What about you guys? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, would love to hear them. So that's my take on the Realme ONE. Like, share and subscribe and we'll catch up in another exciting video. Until then. For some fun updates, follow me on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram.